G'day everyone, welcome to the 64th PA Nationals Championships being held at Yarra Pistol Club. We've turned on the weather again for all you interstaters. It's fantastic here. We've worked pretty hard at the club to make it a nice, good fun competition, and now that all the hard work's done, it is time to have fun.
I'll first of all say I note that we've been on COVID restrictions for so long, and you're probably sick of hearing the 2020 term, which became the 2021 term of you're on mute, and then a politician grabs the microphone and you wish you had your mute button. But we're here today obviously to celebrate being back out and being able to catch up again. Whilst it's a great sport, it's been able to catch up again. And I want to thank Craig for the tour and Bob and Ray for having a chat about what pistol shooting is, but more importantly showing me around the facility here to understand that it is truly an all-inclusive sport. It doesn't matter on your age, it doesn't matter on your ability, it doesn't matter on how good a shooter you are. You could be, as explained to me, you could have an Olympian next to a first-time shooter standing next to each other in the same facility, and there's no other sport that I know of where that happens. If you go to football, to get an AFL footballer with the junior footballers, you've either got to pay, know someone, or work really hard to convince them to come down to your local club. Whereas here, you could turn up, and we walked past someone who has represented here in the Olympics, who's having a shoot here just out of the wonderful Yarra Pistol Club. To all the members, thank you very much for organising the event. To the committee, it's fantastic to see that it's back out and people can get a real opportunity, and I'll support the conversations, the message from up here. It is simply about having fun, enjoying it, but I'll say more so much than the actual shooting and the pistol shooting, catching up with those people you haven't seen for the last couple of years because of border restrictions and lockdowns, etc., and making sure you make the most of that part of what this event is. So thank you very much, and I declare the event officially open. Thank you.
With Nathan Blackburn, the national champion for black powder 25 metres. How did you go today?
Bloody beautiful, fantastic, had a great time.
So congratulations Peter, you've just won the WA 1500 revolver today with a national record. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it's awesome. Goes to show that a lot of hard work's finally paid off. It's a fantastic range, it was a great day, and the shooting gods were friendly to me.
Hi Craig, you've just finished your black powder 15 metre match. How did that go?
It got through without any dramas, so that's what you can ask for.
And I've just heard too that it's your first ever national championship, so how have you enjoyed it so far?
Yeah, it's good. People have been good, food's good, venue's good, so it's going well.
That's good. And are you shooting anything else over the rest of the week?
Yeah, I'll be doing 3 service matches over the next 3 days, so hopefully they go like the last couple of
Marnie, you've just finished your WA1500 pistol match. How'd you go?
Well, I did my job, probably not as good as I would have hoped, but I didn't do anything silly and I had all my shots on, and that's the name of the game, is just to shoot your average. If you can do that when you're away at a competition of this magnitude, then that should hold you in good stead for a placing of some sort. But yeah, depending on how your other team members go, I'm pretty fortunate that my team members are pretty strong. So yeah, we're hoping that we get a good result today.
Fantastic. And you shot your WA1500 revolver yesterday.
Yes.
How did you go in that?
Yeah, probably about the same story really. That's the first match of the competition. Seems to, for me, I need to settle. It takes a match a day to settle in. So I had was quite sort of more relaxed today and prepared. But as the week goes on, I should be hopefully up to speed. So we'll just see how we go.
Yeah. So we're heading off to Czech Republic later this year for the European State Championships. What's your ambitions for that this year?
My ambitions will be to be a heavy contributor to the Australian team, and also I contribute pretty strongly with the development of the Australian team as well. So I'm in a coaching role. I wear two hats. So it's my 10th cap as an Australian representative for Pistol Australia, and I also do the coaching side of things as well. So I hope to do well individually, and then I hope to do even better as a team member, and then I hope to be able to have the satisfaction of being able to input and improve the entire squad.
How long have you been shooting WA1500?
Since its foundation in Australia, so you're testing me now, I'm not sure what year that was, but I was on the inaugural Australian team. The national championships were in Adelaide that particular year, I remember that, but I can't tell you the exact year. So yeah, since its foundation in Australia, I've been a heavy participant in that, and on the Aussie team many times, and felt quite privileged over that time to be able to fly the flag for Australia, particularly on that inaugural squad that went over and introduced ourselves to the world, basically. Yeah.
And you, as you just said, you've been on the Australian team many times since we started sending people overseas. What would be your favourite memory as playing an Australian team member?
Well, I've got many, but I think my favourite memory would be shooting alongside my son. Very few people. I think we were the first ever father and son team to represent Australia. And then as it was brought to our attention at world level, we were the first father and son team to represent any country at the World Championship. So there's sort of no topping that, I suppose. But and then we've done plenty of things together throughout that time. We've managed to shoot and hold a world record as father and son in the club teams event, and we've been on the podium several times for various other aspects. Yeah.
For the rest of the year, what is your focus?
My focus now will be travelling around the country a little bit in my new role as the National 1500 coach, and keeping my own skills polished as well, and then working closely with the Australian team towards the Czech Republic trip.
You've just been named the first WA1500 national coach for Pistol Australia. How is that going for you?
Look, it's really good. I've got a meeting with Noel and Jess and fine-tune a few details yet, but the phone and email have already started. The word got around with the announcement from PA. I've been a heavy contributor to the sport through shooting and from coaching for a few years now. So it just seems to be a nice natural transition to roll into that in a formal sort of format. And I'm looking forward to contributing, inputting my knowledge into the sport, and hopefully there'll be more people benefit throughout the country and make not only the shooting regionally, but make Australia even a more competitive nation when we go away to these Europeans and World Championships.
So, as part of your role, you're not just working with the Australian team, you're also working with other shooters around the country to help bring them up to a level where they could become part of the Australian team?
Absolutely. So the focus is it's probably split into two parts. So one, certainly the development of the Australian team and to hone their skills and get them to perform to the best of their ability. But it's also a strong emphasis on talent recognition and talent development. So I've certainly had a few ideas in mind in my interview with PA, and I'd like to be able to certainly reintroduce visiting the state championships, which is the next highest profile shoot we do in Australia outside of the nationals, and liaise with the shooters and in particular with the different associations executives on who they've seen as someone that's got potential of developing as a shooter, WA Katana shooter, and then me spend time with that particular individual or individuals then to try and basically create that next generation of WA 1500 shooters that we can pass the baton to in years to come.
You're heading away to the European Championships Zone 5 in August. What are you doing as a national coach to help get yourself and the other team members ready for that tournament?
Yeah, well, PA have been supportive of a coaching day, and there'll be more than one day. So up until now, we've been focusing on sort of getting ourselves ready for the national championships, and I put a fair bit of emphasis on the New South Wales team getting ready for here. Once the nationals are over and done with, then we'll steer the ship more towards the Australian team, and we'll be focusing on. We'll get together as an Australian team once or twice before we go to the Czech Republic, and we'll just work with that elite group of athletes to try and fine-tune their skills so that we can be once again competitive on the international stage.
Congratulations, Kerry, you've just won the black powder 50 metre match. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I'm very pleased. Started shooting black powder a couple of years ago, so it's really nice, really enjoy it. Get very dirty, but it's good fun.
Congratulations, Peter, you've got another national championship and another national record. How's that going?
It's fantastic. It's it's more than you could ask for at a nationals. Shooting was just going in the right spot today, and it was great company, and it's a great range. I really like shooting at Yarra. It's very enjoyable, and the team around me is just fantastic.
Just gonna jump in, Dad.
Will do.
Will do. So you must be extremely proud of Peter for 2 national championships and 2 national records, and only 4 X's off the world record in pistol today. So
Super achievement from Pete for sure, yeah, and super proud Dad. Wow, Dad, coach, I don't care what hat you put on, it's just an amazing experience the last couple of days, and we've got 3 days to go. So keen to see what evolves over the next 3.
you've just finished shooting your service pistol match. It looks like you're having a lot of fun out there today.
I loved it today. I didn't have a very good day yesterday. This morning I slept well, I got up, I'm ready for action, and I smashed hard, especially in the final part of the service match. So I was very happy with it.
What matches are you shooting this week?
I'm shooting everything.
Everything?
And next week I'm shooting everything. I'm shooting the Ironman sessions, I'm shooting everything that PA Australia has to offer. So I'm shooting the whole ISSF, the whole service pistol. I'm shooting also the black powder.
Sounds good. So a big full week for you then?
A big full 10, 11 days of competition from morning to night, and I'm loving every minute of it.
So Peter, congratulations. It's your third national titles for the week. They say winning's a habit, so you seem to be making a habit of it this week.
Yeah, look, the week's been fantastic. I can't ask for a better start to a nationals. Stuff's just going right for me. It's just been a fantastic week, fantastic start. Hopefully the next 2 days can roll on the same.
You've just finished shooting your service unrestricted. How'd you go?
Yeah, it was pretty average for myself, which is all you can expect at nationals, so I'm really happy.
And this is your third of 4 matches you're shooting at nationals?
That's right, yep. WAs, unrestricted and shorty.
And is it nice to be back shooting at nationals now after the last disrupted 2 years we've had?
Yeah, it is nice to be back. It feels like a long event this time because we haven't stopped halfway, so it's really good to see everyone and to get away though.
Congratulations, Peter. This is now your 4th interview with us for winning your 4th national titles in 4 days. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, look, it's fantastic. Got no words really. It's pretty hard to come across with only 1 nationals, but to come out with 4, it's pretty unreal.
You must be pretty happy with your preparation leading into the tournament, considering it's been quite successful.
Yeah, look, my preparation, I can't say I've done a lot of shooting. My coach, which is also my dad, I have to put a lot of credit down to him. He's got me to where I am now. I couldn't be here without the support of my whole family. That's my close family with my girlfriend Olivia and my mum, my brother, who's holding the fort at home, and then Dad obviously being coach, mentor, role model, dad. So with that whole combined community and the whole New South Wales and broader Australia community, I couldn't ask for a better start. It's been fantastic. I wouldn't be able to do it without all of them collectively put together. It's a great big family, and I love shooting with and against everyone. It just so happens to be my day a couple of times this time. So look, we'll see how tomorrow goes. I've no doubts I'm going to try my best to try and win it, but I haven't been successful in 25-yard service to date at the Nationals. So yeah, we'll just see how tomorrow rolls out.
We're heading away to the European Championships in August in the Czech Republic.
Yes.
What is your ambition for that trip?
For the team to do well, be a nice united group, and come away with a few nice winnings. We're doing very well on the world scale. Pete's doing exceptionally well. He being the last world champion that was held at Hilltop in Australia. And the new event, the Optic match, is another new match that's exciting for the shooters.
So they've introduced a new match into the WA 1500 Championships. So
Yes.
Can you tell me a bit about that one?
Yes, Ray and I were both at the meeting in Sweden when they were initiating the concept of the WA 1500 Optic match, and it was introduced to keep the older people in the match. It's your regular 1500 pistol or revolver with the addition of a scope or a dot, as not to actually introduce a new gun to the match, but the guns that you have at the moment, just the addition of a dot or a scope to keep the older people with fading eyes in the match and interested. Dean and myself and Bob Sutcliffe from Gosford Pistol Club were the three that brought WA 1500 into Australia and introduced it then at a state level and then as an introductory match at a nationals, and it's developed from there over the years. I think we've been shooting it for around 20 years now.
Dean Bruce has been appointed the national coach for WA 1500. How has that been working with the coach in the lead up to the Czech Republic?
Well, we haven't done anything yet for this lot. Normally we do it, just prior to it, like maybe 2 months prior to going overseas. But prior to that, Dean and I have held coaching sessions for the Australian team, which have worked very well. We had Linda fly in 1 year before we went, I think, to Sweden. She came over from WA and we had a training camp, and that went really well. Chris came up from Tasmania. It was a really worthwhile training camp. Now that Dean's into that, it would be great for another training camp to go ahead before we go overseas.
All right, well that does just about wrap it up. Thank you very much for coming along tonight. Thank you for being entrants in the 2022 National Championships, the PA side. And I don't know what any of you are going to be shooting in ISSF. I dare say there is a few. So all the best when you shoot there. And you people, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
To make a bit of a habit here this week.
Hey! If you'd see what they'd done, you would laugh too.